You see where you're stood there? Just come away from there, you see. I don't know. They're stood on the hay rick. You see here? This is the hay rick. We store all our hay on here, and the stove, see, it stops it from getting wet. It's very clever. Oh, how rude of me. I've not introduced myself, have I? What am I like? My name is Bel Sinclair. My family have lived here in Auchindrain for a fair few years. And you know something? I was born here, so I've lived here all my life. My granda, now he came from Caithness after the troubles of 1746. You see, the Sinclair clan, no, you're not supposed to say clan. The Sinclair family, well, they were called upon to fight against Bonnie Prince Charlie by their Earl, and so they did. Oh, but my granda, he was a Jacobite at heart, and after the prince lost at Culloden, well, he didn't have the heart to go back to Caithness, so he decided to make his fortune elsewhere. Now he's always worked the land. And lucky for us, he came here to Argyll, to Auchindrain. Now, the story goes like this. Come down here. You can look at me down here now. The story goes that one night he fell into talking to these fellows at the Drovers Inn. They were moving their coos. Well, I say their coos. Well, they were coos at any rate. Well, they were one man down. So my granda stepped in and he moved all the coos across the hill until they arrived here at the very township. Now, the men he was walking with, they offered him hospitality. Well, you know what it's like. One night led to another, and another, and another. And then one day a cottage came free, and my granda, he used his hard earnings from moving the coos to buy into the shared tenancy here. He met my granny, and he married her, and here we are. It's good life. Oh, it's very, very hard work. I don't like hard work. We have to make sure that all the land, because we work the land, you see, we have to make sure it's all ready. So when the seasons change, we can make our way. If we didn't look after the land, well, we didn't get to eat it. We can't have that, can we? No, as you can see, I like the food. We have to plant the lazy beds, and we graze the cattle too. They eat with the front end, and they enrich the ground with the rear as they move along the land. It is funny, isn't it, sir? You see, Mother Nature has it all worked out. Nothing goes to waste. Do you know something else? We have milk coos. Well, most of us have milk coos in the byre next to the house. Did you know this? Milk comes from coos. Did you know? Huh? Did you? I bet Angus did. He knows everything, don't he? Yeah, milk comes from coos. And you know, the milk that we can't drink, do you know what we do with it? We turn it into butter and cheese. It's an easy way to store it that way. Very clever. And you know, the animals that we can't afford to feed in the winter, they get slaughtered. But it makes good food through the winter. Because winters, they can be very, very hard. Especially if we've had a poor harvest. Do you know what we plant here? Should I tell you? You're interested, aren't you, madam? Pardon? Potatoes? Well, yeah, but listen, oats. You know that? And oats love a wet soil. Yeah, they do. Which is a bonus here, I can tell you. Never stops raining. Apart from today, I thought you brought the sun with you, haven't you? It's a good thing. Do you know what else we plant? Bear. You heard of bear? You have. I thought you might have done with the lovely hat.
Look like it.
Yeah. Well, for those that you may not have heard of there, it's barley. You heard of barley? Oh yes, a few more nods of the head there. Well, it's a mighty useful plant, let me tell you. It is. It's useful for us, it's food for us, and for the animals too. Hard work though, hard work. Now, we always welcome lots of hands here, you see, lots of help, especially when it's busy. They say that many hands make light work, even if it is more mouths to feed. Yes, sir. Reading your thing there, I can see you. I'm sure you'll be needing those manly hands, won't you, eh? I think you will.
Bel Sinclair!
Oh.
Is that you there, standing girl? What you doing with all these good folk? Oh, I am so sorry about Bel Sinclair. A hateful of nonsense she hires. Have you nothing better to do now? Now I'm away to get myself some lunch, but I expect you to take all of these wains all the way up there to the hill for the shillings. You want to be doing something with your time, and I don't expect any of you to be here when I get back. Good day to you.
That is Mrs. Campbell. She's one of the tenants here too, her and their family. They give themselves airs. They say that the whole of Argyll was owned by Campbells. Now the Duke of Argyll, he's our landlord. Oh yes. Oh, he leaves us be as long as we pay our rental for the rights to farm. And we do well enough. My family, there is my daddy, my mammy, my 5 sisters and me. That makes 6. That's right. And my granny and my granda. Oh, my granda. Oh, do you know my granda? Do you know him? You might meet him. Well, my granda, right, he tells me lots of stories. Really funny he is. He told me that after the troubles of the Jacobites and the Hanoverians, that the speaking of the Gaelic was banned. Can you imagine? All the Highlanders, they had to speak Lowland English. Can you imagine that? I speak a little English, but I'm glad to say that we do keep the Gaelic way here. Do you know, if you come here on a Midsummer's Eve, you may just hear the sound of bagpipes being played up there in the hills by an unknown piper.
I've been given a note.
All right.
Perhaps you'll take it to your grandfather to read, and if it's important, you can come by later and tell me the content of it, yes?
Right, I'll do that. Please come on. Please come on, Mr. McCallum. Now, Dad family have been here for years and years and years. He's one of our elders. Oh, he's one of the tenants here too, but I thought you might have guessed that. He's gone now. He wants my granda to read this for him, because my granda can't read, you know. I have some of my letters too. I do. Perhaps I could have a wee look at it, see what it's about. What do you think? Yes! It's upside down. Ooh! Oh no! I can't read it! It's in English! Ooh, you there? You? Can you read English? Would you read this for me, Blue? Isn't he nice?
My name is Donald McCosham, and I have come to ask the people of Auchindrain to give my family shelter. We have been moved out from our lands, and we are moving about seeking work.
Thank you, that was well read. Give him a round of applause. Thank you. Are you married?
Yes.
Oh well, that's terrible. May the Lord